Welcome to the V. Lenore Show. Here, we will discuss lifestyle, beauty, celebrity gossip, and current events in our own way, my way, V style. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Well, hello, lovers. How y'all doing today? It's Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. You know what happens on Tuesdays? On Tuesdays, regularly scheduled programming includes 8 p.m. Eastern, V. Lenore and Native Tribe. Oh, yeah, we get together and we make that shit do what it do. They love us. All the people love us. Yes. Oh my God. But okay, so this week we'll be over there at Native Tribe Urban Media's house for Tribe Tuesday. Okay. Be sure to check us out. All right. But for those of you that may be new to this channel, hi, welcome to the V. Lenore Show. And I'm your host, V. Lenore. Yes, that is me. Okay. The people in the chat, those folks, they are the V stylers, okay? We love them. We love each other. This is a fun place to be, okay? So if you are new to the channel, honey, just sit back, relax, and feel free to chime in at any time, okay? We love it, okay? We love it. We love new people. Okay, let's see. Hey, Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame, aka the Real Brown Family Chronicles. How are you doing today? Hi, Mary Willis. Soundcheck Annette is here. Hey, Old Man Johnson's had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Yes. Hi. Hey, Just Nikki. Hey, the woman he chose. Hey, Sarah Colette. Okay. We did it, girl. We did it. Hey, Say J. Hey, Life Ain't Over. Hey, Shay B. Yay. Let's see. Let me see it get down here. Hey, Chickabella. Chicabella. That's what it is. Chicabella. Hello, hello. Hey, Major's wife, how you doing? What you say? The woman he chose. Say, hey, V, are you and Native ever gonna get back to reading those good old text messages? We got them all pretty much. But yeah, I guess there are some more. I'll bring it up to him. We could probably do that tonight. Because I don't think there are a whole lot of them. But yeah, we can get back to text. I'll let him know. we're going to chat. Probably he might be listening. I know he had some things to take care of, but he may be listening. And if he is, I'm sure he is putting it in his mental Rolodex. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Yay. All right. So, look, today I was thinking, all this stuff going on with Kandi and Todd. If you didn't know, Kandi Burruss is a recording artist, an actress, a singer, a songwriter, a producer. She is a multifaceted, and many of us really got to know her on a more personal, intimate level when she was a cast member over at Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. She was, I believe, the longest running cast member or peach holder on that show. Okay. So she was a star. She was had become a staple. All right. And because of her being cast on that show, she has become more of a household name. Well, she met her husband while working on that show. He was a production manager or something of the sorts. And they fell in love and they got married. And they've partnered on a lot of things. They've been married for about 11 years. And they have 2 children together. They each had a child prior to their relationship. So in total, they were a family of 6, 3 girls, 1 boy. All right. The youngest 2 are Kandi and Todd's together. Okay. Well, a couple weeks back, I believe, Kandi filed for divorce. And we've heard all sorts of things, rumors about why that's happening. We've heard infidelity. We've heard that there was a partner that participated in many of their menage a trois. Okay, because they were big on menage a trois. They talked about it on a regular basis. Okay, now it's been rumored that there is one young lady that lives with them and was their girlfriend, their mutual girlfriend. It is also rumored that Kandi and the girl are going to stay together. I don't know if that's true at all, but I do know that the girl is out here adding gasoline to the flame, honey. So if it's a lie, she sure ain't trying to clear it up. You know what I mean? We've also heard that Todd has a girlfriend outside of the marriage. We've heard all kinds of rumors. Okay, they're all rumors. Let me just say that. Let me make that very damn clear. Okay, I don't know none of these people, and I don't know what's true. I'm just telling you what I had heard. Okay, we're not gonna say V. Lenore's out here starting rumors. No, 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 no. These are all allegations. Okay, nothing has been proven. We don't know anything. And from the filings, they don't tell us anything. All the filings tell us is that they were once in love and now they're not. Or they were once on the same page about a prenup and now they're not. We don't know what's really going on. Okay, but they have been together 11 years. They have 2 children together. They've run businesses together. Nevertheless, one of the things that Todd had going on for the last couple of years is that he started a YouTube channel. And when they had their first child together, the little boy, his name is Ace, Todd was doing a lot of segments called Daddy Daycare. And it was demonstrating that he had Ace a lot by himself because Kandi was touring or filming or uh, um, on the Shy as an actress, and I believe the Shy was filmed. I think they film in Chicago. I don't know if they film in Atlanta, even though it's called the Shy. That doesn't mean anything. But nevertheless, she's going to be on set and working a lot. And so Todd, while they had businesses together, they had um, stage plays and movies and reality shows and things that they put together as a unit. He still had more free time than Kandi, so it appeared that that was why he had Ace. But then they had another baby, a little girl, and so now Todd's taking care of two kids. So there's a lot that they are fighting over, and one of those things right now is custody. Okay, they want joint custody, but one of them has to be the custodial parent, and Todd wants it to be him. Okay. People speculate that the reason he wants it is so that he can get child support. I don't know these people. I don't know none of this. But what I want to find out is if we had any. Wait. What'd you say the woman he chose? Wait a minute. We got tea dropping. The woman he chose said Todd made an IG post today congratulating Kandi on her play. Her comment, thank you. With a heart? Let me go over here. Let me go. I'm be honest with y'all. I'm be completely honest with you. And this may be an unpopular opinion, but I don't care because it's mine. And this is how I really feel. I want them to get back together. I don't want to see them split up. I honestly don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't. But that's me saying some shit about a couple I don't know shit about. All right? You know what I'm saying? Like I could sit here all day. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hey Marla, I'm live right now, but the people can hear you. You're on speaker.
Oh, what are you guys talking about?
Oh, we're just gossiping about Kandi and Todd, Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker. That's all. We're gossiping, and then we're about to do a reaction video to get in their business. Okay.
You guys, you nosy hoes.
Pretty much. Yes, that's it. That's right. I'll call you after, though. Bye. Ciao. Okay, yes, we are some nosy hoes. Okay. We in there wasn't there somebody named Nosy Ho? Well, I'm not talking about the content creator Nosy Ho. I think we had a Nosy Ho in the chat at one point. Okay, I think that was their name. My God. So anyway, let me go back. So it looks like I'm not the only one. But wait a minute. Let's see if I can find. Hold on. Let me see if I can find Todd's page. I want to see this. Okay. I hope they work this shit out because I don't like it. Hold on. Oh, okay. Let me share my screen. Okay. Let me share. How sweet. How sweet it is. Hold on. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Okay. So he made a post here and it says, great job at Kandi. Okay. Okay. So this looks like a clip from The View and Kandi, was appearing on there and singing. What play is Kandi in? What play is this? So it says from Todd at Kandi, Great job. Keep inspiring and doing your thing. And she responds, thank you, with a heart. Ay, ay, ay. I really, really hope that they work this shit out, okay? Because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. They got those two small kids. They've done some great things together, but again, this is me talking about somebody's life, and I don't know shit about what they got going on at the house. Okay, not a damn thing. So, anywho, any damn who. All right. So, I created. Just so you know, I created a whole Kandi and Todd studio. And you're in it. You heard me. We have a new studio, the Todd and Kandi studio. You know what that means. We'll be all up in they damn business. And I ain't no shame in my game about it. We are gonna get all up in their business. So I thought, while everybody's trying to figure out what's going on with them and who it is, Todd, an opportunist. Is this a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the bullshit? Huh? We don't know. We don't know what is going on with these people. But people claim they figured it all out, child. They ain't figured nothing out.
Well, that's obviously
Bullshit!
Absolutely, baby V. Okay? Absolutely. It's bullshit. We don't know what's going on. We just over here speculate. Okay? So let's go back because Todd set up a YouTube channel a couple years ago. Like I said, he was doing the daddy daycare, but then it evolved into something else. He would go when Kandi was doing her glam days or getting ready for an event or getting ready for whatever it is. Todd would come in there and he'd start these discussions about relationships and money and sex and all kinds of stuff. And he talked to the Glam squad while she was in the chair. Now, what I thought was really going on, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought it was a whole lot of passive aggressive ish happening. Because Todd, it felt to me like Todd would use these. Look, Todd, I like you. Look, I like you. I've been advocating for you for years. Okay, the people have said you married this lady for her money. Look, I don't know if that's true, but what I do know is that the two of you together did well. The two of you partnered together very well, it seemed. Y'all had similar interests. You could help one another with the things that you wanted to do. You grew a family together. You grew businesses together. You fucked bitches together. I mean, that's what they had said. And I would just think that would be a man's paradise. But I digress. So Ty, I've taken up for you many times. Hey, you remember me? I came over there and I spoke to you one of your last lives. You were over there on Instagram. And you and I talked for about 5 minutes. You let me ask you a couple questions. I told you, hey, I want you to come over to my channel. You said, sure, I'll come. And then I never heard back. Your assistant she didn't check. She didn't check the messages. Nobody called me back. Nobody said anything. No one scheduled anything. And then about 2-3 weeks passed, and then this comes out. So I understood, ultimately, I understood what was happening, right? And that maybe you were a little distracted. You had real life issues happening. And that's fine. I get it. I ain't got no problem with it. So anywho, Todd, I felt like when you would do these glam days, that basically It felt like you were bringing up shit that maybe y'all had talked about privately, and Kandi wasn't getting the she wasn't taking the hint. You know what I'm saying? And so you would come out here and ask the people questions so everybody could get riled up about it, okay, and tell Kandi she was wrong. That's what it felt like to me. Because some of these conversations I didn't see the need for them. Okay? Okay, I just didn't. I didn't see the reason for it. Here, I'm trying to move y'all over a tad. Hold on. Trying to get the little comment section here together. Just a smidge. Okay. It's a new studio. It's a new Todd and Kandi. I'm sorry. Kandi and Todd studio. Yes. Yes. We've got our Nesto studio. We've got our Jen and Christian studio. We got the Native and V studio. We got the interview studio. We got the V Lenore Show studio. And now we have a Kandi and Todd studio. Yep. So just like we come over here and we do reaction videos and stuff, we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna dive deep and we're gonna see where were the red flags. Okay, if there were any. I want to hear from both of y'all. So I'm not blaming you, Ty. I'm still over here taking up for you. Okay. I'm still over here taking up for you. So anywho, let's do some reaction videos, shall we? We're gonna do one today. Okay, it's gonna be just like the jail calls, but instead we get Todd and Kandi. 2 years worth of content for us to go over here and snoop around in their business. Okay, so that's why we have a Todd and Kandi studio. You're welcome. You are welcome. Okay. So let's get into it, shall we? What y'all saying in the chat first and foremost? Please hit the like button. Okay, do that for your girl. Okay, because I love y'all like that. Let's see. Lonnie says she want them to get back together too. I do too, V. I feel like they can reconcile. I do too. Mary Willis wants them to get back together too. Hey, Natty Spencer. Aunt Natty. Hey, 504. I'm sorry. No 5. Jesus. No 54. Hi, boo. How are you? No 54. Hey. A whole lot of mocha. Hello. All right. Okay. So Lonnie said, and Fatum, is that her name? Fatum? And Fatum got her ass in the comments too. That's what I'm saying. She's in those same comments. Hold on, let me look. Sure is Fatuma Ford. She sure is. Huh. Y'all want to see? Come on. I ain't read them yet. Hold on. I know y'all want to see. Y'all nosy as hell. How Marla done spied and saw how nosy we are over here. We made a bad impression. Hold on. She sure lives in these here comments. Hold on. Let me show y'all. She right here. So he says, great job. Keep inspiring and doing your thing. Kandi says, thank you with a heart. Let's see what the people were saying up under here before I go look at what Fatuma had to say. They said, Kandi, I just love this in your family. Somebody said, Kandi, I just love you too, meaning the two of them. Ms. D. Mills says, he will know he messed up big time. You never know you got a good thing until it's gone. And Kandi, you were the best thing that ever happened to him. He'll recognize them hoes in the street ain't doing nothing for him. Somebody else said, I love you, sister. Someone else said, phenomenal. Then there was, y'all taking a break for now, Todd. I think y'all still love each other and family need to back down. The kids are the key. I agree. Look, but then again, I ain't in their house. I do not know what's going on. And what I do know is people don't know shit about somebody else's marriage. Now, y'all may think y'all know some shit, but you don't. Don't nobody know nothing but them people in that marriage. Okay? Let me see. How do I get back to here? Let me do it this way. Okay. Oh, I can't. How come I can't get Fatum? Oh, sheesh. Y'all, how come I can't get this to scroll down? Where's the scroll? Where is it? Let's see. No, can't do that. Can we say? Oh, there we go. Okay, there she goes. All right. So let's see what Fatum had to say. Fatuma L. Ford. It's right there. I'm just reading it. Okay. Fatuma L. Ford says, you sound amazing, Kandi. So she's commenting under Todd's comment too, it seems. Okay, then someone says, Fatum, must you comment on here? And someone else says, they are all gaslighting Kandi. And then someone says, yes, that's their lady. Why she can't comment? And then they say, gaslighting how when she is with them both. Look, it sounds like ain't nobody confirming or denying this mess. That's the thing. We're just over here guessing about what's happening. Okay. But I will tell you, okay, firsthand, that nobody knows what's going on in another person's marriage. And the way things may appear may not be what they are. Okay. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Let's see. Who else? She's doing, wait a minute. She's doing Broadway in New York, Juliet, and something like that. Really? I know she wants a Tony. She really, really wants a Tony and an Oscar. She wants to be an EGOT winner, if you will. Let's see. She don't need to be singing in whatever production she is in my opinion. Oh my gosh. Don't do that. Don't do that. Juliet is the play she is in on Broadway. That is awesome. Congratulations to Kandi Burruss. You cannot knock her hustle. That girl works hard and she makes moves, good ones. She makes good ones. Okay, what else y'all saying in here? What else y'all saying in here? Oh, wait a minute now. Hold on now, child. Guess who came through? Only Me 23, who has been a member forever, just gifted a member. Yes. Let's see who got it. Kandi Gal, number 10. All right, Kandi Gal. Okay, you are now a member of Club V, baby. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Just so you know, we hold a Friday evening Zoom, 8 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time, every Friday from for about 3 hours. Okay, for about 3 hours, only for the members. Okay, that's when Club V meets, and we come over there and we talk a lot of trash. Okay, we do, and we take classes over there too. Right now, this semester, just so we're clear for all the new people and those that maybe you're not new, but you didn't know what's going down over there at Club V. Let me tell you, right now we are currently studying, okay, strippers, Hoes and Pimps. That's what we are on right now this semester. We do a lot of documentary watch parties, and we learn things. Like, we first started off and we learned a little bit about Magic City. That was when we were in our stripper phase. Okay, we learned about Magic City and how that whole business worked. And then we even slid on into Freaknik after that. There's a whole lot of shit going on over there. Okay. I believe in my heart that there was a whole lot of strippers, hoes, and pimps right there at the Freaknik. Okay, you should have seen. It was very freaky. Now, I told y'all, I was there. I was down there at one point. I was in Atlanta. Only took me one good time to get caught up in the middle of that whole. Ooh, that was just, I'm telling you, that was a culture shock. Being in that, if once you were driving through it, honey, you were stuck there until everybody felt like moving. Okay, that was a little uncomfortable, but yeah, I was there. So anyway, we started off learning about the strippers. We went straight into the Freaknik. Now we are studying hoes. We are in our whole phase. Why you fooling? Okay, we're in our whole phase, and we're trying to learn all about the video hoes and the, just all kinds of music groupie hoes, sports groupie hoes, all of it, okay. And our teacher, this at this point in the class, we have a guest speaker. Her name is Corinne Steffens, aka Superhead. Okay, so we are together. We are listening to her book, Confessions of a Video Vixen, and she's narrating it, and she is telling us all about being a hoe, because we aren't hoes, and so we're curious, and we just wanted to hear about the hoes. All right. And then after this, we're gonna make our way over there and try to find them pimps and find out what's really going on with the pimps. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. But right now we're in a whole phase. And so if you want to be a member of Club V and you want to find out too about these strippers, hoes, and pimps and ish, you should join us this Friday. Now, I am going to be adding some more perks to like the next level of the membership. So keep your eye out on that. You can always upgrade at some point if you'd like. But I'm going to be adding some more perks, okay, to the other levels of the membership tiers, okay? So if you want to be a member of Club V, just go ahead, sign up. You can just grab a little membership for $3.99 a month, honey. It's a bargain, okay? We laugh, we cry, we pray, we do everything in these Zooms. So you might want to be there. All right. Okay. Thank you so much again. Only Me 23. I love you. And thank you for always supporting my channel. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Okay. All right. What, Mary Willis? Did I lie? Did I lie? I ain't lied. Sheesh. Okay. So now let's get into it, okay? Let's get into it. This is one of the first Glam conversations. He was having some other conversations with them before this, but I felt like this one there was less dead air, and he seemed to be pretty focused on leading the conversation and whatnot. And he would say some, I feel sometimes he said controversial things. So let's listen together on what was going on at this first one. And I think, we're going to be coming out here regularly to do our deep dives over there to find out, did we miss any red flags? Huh? Did Kandi miss red flags? Hell, did Todd miss any red flags? We're going to see. We're going to see right here. Let's check.
What up, y'all? This is Todd in the Glam Squad, and also Kandi. Todd in the Glam Squad, and also Kandi. Kandi, you there?
What up?
Yeah. So We got Tay Renee back in the house. Tay
I'm back. I know
TV.
y'all miss me.
Jody over there talking mad, saying she's a solo artist. More like a Beyonce. Anyway, so Kandi, what's today's topic?
What you wanted to be?
Well, Todd and the Glam Squad, I think today we should discuss who's the head of household if you make more than the other. So if a female makes more than a man, is she in charge? Is the guy in charge? Who leads? Who follows? And how does that work?
See what I mean? You see what I mean? I feel they have had these discussions before, and now they don't, they haven't been able to get on the same page about the shit. And I think Todd comes out here to ask our opinion so that we can get behind him and tell her how wrong she is. Now, Todd, that's what I think. It always felt uncomfortable. In fact, it seemed like you did this out the blue. She didn't know you were going to say this. Ay. Okay. Hey, Bell Tower is my home. Hey, tell me that part. Okay, so let's listen. He wants to know who leads the household. If the woman makes the most money, is she the leader or is he the leader? Okay, let's listen.
I have some very powerful women in this room. I'm not gonna say who's making more than who in whose household. Y'all know Kandi got me beat by a couple of dollars, maybe a lot of dollars. Oh, hater. Hey, you can't put a price to my value. Anyway, so ladies, let's talk about that. Like, if your dude makes less money than you, will you still allow him to be the man? Can he still make the decisions for the household? Is he still the man of the house, or do you now take off your skirt and put on a pair of pants?
I think that because I'm married, I feel like in a household where you have two people providing, is the woman working at all, or she just makes significantly less?
No, the woman is making all the money.
Oh, the woman.
I'm basically saying, like, yo, can a guy still lead his household without making the most money?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as he's contributing.
Friend, hold on. What do you guys think? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like the man can lead the household even if the wife makes the most money. Who believes that even though the wife makes the most money, that the man can still lead? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that, or put a 2 in the chat if you say, nah, if she makes the most money, she's the boss. Which one is it? 1 or 2? I think it's a good question. Now, I'll tell you what I think after I see your 1s and your 2s. Please put give me a like. Please hit the like button if you don't mind on the way in. Do that for you, girl. Okay? Because I loves you like that. All right? Okay. So we got a couple of 1s. We got, mostly 1s. I see a 2. Okay, I see a couple of 2s. All right. Mary Willis said, Todd is feeling some kind of way. It seems like it, don't it? Doesn't it seem like it? Does seem like it. And thank you, the Real Brown Family Chronicles. Let me make sure that I let Todd know. Okay, Todd, I'm reacting to your video, okay? Because the Copyright Act of 1976 established the Fair Use Doctrine, which permits the limited use of copyrighted material without permission for purposes like criticism, commentary, news, teaching, or research. And because of that, Todd, That's why I keep stopping it. And I'm going to stop it all the way through because this is a reaction video. Okay. I'm not stealing your content. I'm reacting to your content. And Copyright Act of 1976 allows me to do that. Okay. Thank you, the Real Brown Family Chronicles. All right. So Major's wife said leading as a man has nothing to do with money. Okay. Okay. All right. A lady 747, hey boo, says absolutely if that's their agreement. Okay. All right. Mary Willis says 2. Let me see. I saw 2 up here. Let me come back. Let me see. Come on. Okay. So Queen of Cali said 2. Mary Willis is saying 2. Jane says 2. Okay, Queen of Cali said, if she makes more, I tend to 100 believe she's the more successful, smarter one. Just saying. Someone making more money than another person doesn't make them smarter. Okay, because there's a whole lot of dumbass athletes out here that make millions of dollars. There's a whole lot of people out here. There's some drug dealers out here that make a whole lot of money. Does that make them smart for doing it? So just because you make more money doesn't make you the smarter person. So I don't know about that one. Sage said, right, Major's wife, I feel like Kandi and especially Mama Joyce made him know every chance they could that he was living off of Kandi, even though he had a good job when they met. Okay. Jane says, I actually feel that couples should share responsibilities, lead together. Okay, that's fair too. A whole lot of mocha said, what happens if the finances change during the marriage? Do the roles change? Ooh. Do you sit down and tag the other in as the leader? Ooh. 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 Okay, now let me tell you. Wait, Queen of Cali said, I think so. If you were dumb, you wouldn't be in that position. That is not true. Do you not know how many athletes out here make millions of dollars and some of them are stupid? And I'm only using athletes as an example because many of them got to the place they are because of their talent, but that doesn't make them smarter. It doesn't make them smarter at all just because they make more money. No, ma'am. We're not going to do that. You can't expect a man to feel like he has real standing in the house if you emasculate him by telling them all of the time that they ain't shiggity because they don't have the same money. I heard that, say Jay. Okay, now let me tell you how I feel. I feel that somebody's got to lead, right? Somebody's got to lead. And it is my preference that it be the man. Okay? Look, and that's just me. I have been the head of my household when I was single. Okay? If I need to head the household, I probably could stay single and have peace. But I prefer man to be the head. I did grow up in the church. Okay? The Bible says he's supposed to lead. I like it. I like the fact that, even if I was a billionaire, I need him to have a job. I need him to make me feel like he's taking care of me. Even if I'm paying the damn mortgage, he can take me out. He can do certain things. It's our money while we're together. Now, that's not to say that what I earned before I came into the relationship, I would not want to share that. I want to be able to share that on my own. Okay, if I decide to share it, so be it. But if I had money coming into the relationship, all of that, all the assets I had, I believe those should be mine. But anything that I earned, even as a billionaire, anything I earned while in this partnership with this individual, I think we can talk about that. Okay, especially if my partner is contributing to my ideas, if they are helping to manage and to ensure that what it is that I'm hoping for and dreaming for, that they can assist in executing it. Like, a person's value in a relationship, to me, has nothing to do with the money per se. I mean, it's a big deal when you're talking about a man, yes, because it is my thought that he should be a provider. I do believe that he should be a provider. That doesn't mean he has to do it all on his own, but I'm supposed to be a helpmeet to him. I'm supposed to be a helpmeet to him. I'm not supposed to have to contribute necessarily as much as he does financially. Not necessarily. That's not what the Bible has said. Okay. That's not what the Bible has said. But then again, let's say he gets down on his luck. Well, guess what? Especially if I have knowledge, if I have talent, if I have my own skills, if I've been out here as a part of this process and ensuring that we achieve our goals, however that is, even if it's financial, I can be investing the money. I can be researching on how to manage the money in the household. Okay. If you make all the money, I can still contribute. If I'm raising your children, I'm contributing. I'm making it easier for you to do what it is that you need to do by maintaining the household. If I'm a housewife. So if I can consider that someone who is a housewife, who's not working a 9 to 5 and not necessarily bringing any real income into the household. If I am a believer that I am entitled, or that person who is a housewife is entitled to something because we know that they're contributing, why wouldn't the partner who makes less money not be considered a partner and worthy of what's been earned while they're together? I just think that people have to look at what's the benefit of the relationship. And to me, when I look at their relationship from the outside, Todd was very instrumental in the leveling up that I saw Kandi go through. She's done so much more since they've been married than she was able to achieve by herself. Now, she achieved a lot by herself. She was an extraordinary songwriter. She's written for TLC, Beyonce, and several others. I want to say, did she write something for Mariah Carey? She's written for several people. Just put it that way. And she's been a member of Escape. She was one of the highest paid housewives in the entire franchise. So again, she was able to accomplish a lot. She came into the relationship with Todd with everything, right? But he also had a good job. They met because he worked in production of the show. That's how they met. And so he wouldn't have been in that role if he wasn't smart. So the fact that he didn't make as much as her doesn't make him less smart than she is. That's not even a fair thing to say. You've got psychologists and psychiatrists and surgeons that probably don't make the same amount of money as Kandi Burruss, but you want me to believe that they're not potentially smarter than her? Let's think about that. If she married the doctor and the doctor made less than her, does that mean she's smarter? Ciao, bye. Ciao, bye. Okay. CJ said, hold on. It was such a beautiful song, even if you have your husband as the head of household, because he's making all the money, that should never diminish what the wife is doing, and vice versa. I agree, because they both make it possible, right? For the progress. They had 2 children while they were in this union. Todd had those kids most of the time because of Kandi's schedule. She wanted more kids. She wanted a family, but she wasn't going to be able to do it effectively without Todd. Let's just be clear about that. Okay. Now, I shouldn't say she wouldn't be able to do it effectively. I shouldn't say that. But trust and believe, if Kandi's out here doing all the things to fulfill her dreams, wouldn't it be best to leave the kids with their own father versus with a nanny? Now, she had nannies, but a nanny's job is to help, not to parent. And if one parent is gone all the time and working all the time and whatnot, wouldn't it be great if another parent was with the kids? So there's that. Okay, so let's listen and see what else is said here.
To the expenses, I mean, you
I
got
don't necessarily feel like it has to be expenses though, personally, because even though, okay, like y'all just started off with you and Kandi, you do put a lot of the ideas on the table. So she, you know, y'all are a partnership at the end of the day. So it's not like you just sitting over here, you know, eating off her. Like you know, contribute in other ways, which makes you a man. You take care of your kids, that makes you a man.
Mm-hmm.
You take out the trash.
Hello. Now this is, I don't know these people. Okay. I don't know these people. I don't know them at all, but they know them. I don't know Kandi and Todd, but she do. She know him. She know him up close and personal. See, she up close and she's personal. You see that? We looking at her. She all up close. She all personal. So she knows these people. Is it the Love Mostly's? Said nowadays to make it requires partnership. So does that mean if you contribute, your man can't lead you? Absolutely not. Money is not a factor in leadership. Amen. Amen. Okay. Amen and amen. A lady 747 said everyone complained about her being so busy. He's going to use that against her. I don't think, look, let's be clear about something. You know who complained about her being gone all the time? A lady 747. You said everyone complained about her being so busy. Who is everyone? I'm going to tell you one person who says she stayed busy. Someone who told her, why would you have another child when you're never around as it is? While you don't have time as it is. Who said that? Who had said that? Huh? Last I checked, it was Riley. Riley said, why you having another kid? You ain't here as it is. And the only way she was going to be able to have a kid is because the kid would at least have their father. And that's one of the biggest things he provided. If he didn't put ideas on the table, if he didn't work in the business in which Kandi worked, if he didn't earn any money at all, if he is home taking care of those two kids, who's to say that that's wrong? If a wife can do it, why is he somehow a lazy and trifling and a user because he's staying home with the kids? But see, that's not what Todd was doing. Todd was home a lot with the kids, but Todd was also working. Todd also made it possible for them to produce that play on Broadway. Todd has helped her in many ways. So how is that a problem? And if you really gave a damn, right, about the kids, wouldn't you want to continue the schedule and the quality of life that the kids had all along? Would you want to at least give the kids the same thing moving forward? If Todd was with the kids all the time anyway, what's stopping you from letting him continue to have them? That's what I want to. I mean, I'm just saying, if it was good enough when we was together, how all of a sudden you gonna have more time when it's only one of you? Yes, you can have nannies, but the nanny's job is not to raise your child. You had a nanny with two parents. Why? Now it's gonna be the nanny and one parent. So the nanny's supposed to do the part of the daddy. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. A lady said, and Todd complained too. I heard Todd saying, I sometimes I just want time with my wife. I sure did. I heard him say that. You right, a lady. He damn sure said it. So everybody's saying this girl's so busy and this, that, and the other. And we know she would not have been able to do the things she did without that type of partnership. So I've never liked how they talked about Todd. I never liked it. This idea that money is everything and I got to make as much as you make in order to be able to run my household. I ain't the one. But what I also ain't is passive aggressive. Okay, I am not a passive aggressive individual, but Todd is, obviously, because Todd is out here on damn YouTube asking the people about the shit they've been talking about at the house. You can't tell me no different. Okay, you ain't gonna be able to tell me that they ain't had this conversation and he did not like the outcome, and that is why this damn conversation is happening on screen. But I digress. Let's listen, y'all.
No.
Yeah, if
Oh, put a skirt on.
if I'm around and the trash is there, but shit, if I ain't around and somebody else took out the trash, what the hell y'all want me to do?
I don't feel like finances make you any less of a man personally. I feel like it's your behavior and how you act in the relationship that makes you less of a man.
Got you, but do you think because, you know, like you guys are very strong women, that because you do make more, maybe you don't, I don't know who makes more than who in your households, but are you able to let your guard down and not be such a boss when you come in the house and when he says, hey, we're going to do this, you're able to say, you know what, you're right, that's what we're going to do? Or are you like combative because you're so used to being strong when you're out in the workforce?
It depends on what it is he's talking.
Look how Kandi be looking, child. The way she be looking at him when he talking, I don't know what she thinking, child. Watch Kandi's expressions, okay? By the way, I'm sorry, but I'm eating my favorite candy. I'm eating a pink Starburst. Oh my God. So delicious. I need a sponsorship. I need a sponsor. Hey, Texas Toy. Hey, boo. Texas Toy said, if I had candy money and my husband didn't come in with money, I would at least have gotten me some eye candy. He was to her. And shit, maybe she did, Texas Toy, because she got a girl over there living with him too, allegedly. Maybe your eye candy ain't her eye candy. Maybe a girl is her type of candy. You see what I'm saying? So you can't say what she thought was cute. She thought Todd was it, honey. And he's not a bad looking guy. Okay, he's not a bad looking guy. Y'all leave old Todd alone. Now he does seem a little obnoxious here lately. At least that's what I'm saying. And Todd, I think you're a little passive aggressive. That's it. Okay. But let's listen, y'all.
But I feel like even if he's a millionaire, I'm still gonna say how I feel. You know that. So it don't even matter to me about the finances. It matters again on, you know, just how we vibe and how we mesh in our family. Like it don't. Money ain't all that to me.
And like when it is, so the tables have been on both sides in my marriage. Like there have been times where David has been the main contributor to our expenses, and there have been times where I have been the main contributor to our expenses. And the way we balance that is, okay, if I'm spending all my time at work, then I'm gonna need more help from you with the kids. I'm gonna need you to pick them up. I might need you to cook or order food for the week, or I don't know. We have to balance out our responsibilities if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
So, in other words, with the leadership role, you'll allow him to lead, but you have to trust in him to lead.
Yeah.
Is that the main thing?
Trusting him and like what he's doing in order to lead.
Well, no, you don't have to like
So
what
my
someone.
man- okay,
the
so
best decision don't have to be something you like.
I make more money in my situation. I
Right.
feel like most women make more money nowadays. Like we're the new quote unquote head of households nowadays. But I do feel like there's some things that my boyfriend will say, and I'd be like, okay, I'll listen to him. Like he'll tell me like certain things, even if it's about the kids or it's about me, even or whatever. I'll listen to him, and some things I'd be like,
What? Oh,
like no, but I would do that regardless, though.
but Tama, is it?
I just think that's your personality.
Yeah.
Me, I don't really go into our situation saying who's the head of household, but I do try to let you take the lead as the man in our relationship, unless it's just something I
But see,
absolutely.
listen to the key thing you said. The
Unless.
key thing you said, I try.
because I have a strong
Because-
personality.
No.
period.
No.
Huh?
If your man has proven.
Hold on. You see what I'm saying? This is some shit they needed to sort out at the house. Well, they are at the house, okay? They at the house. They in their house, which is shout out to Kandi Burruss for being in her house. Shout out to Kandi Burruss to have the Glam squad come to your house. So with that said, it sounds like this is some shit that they've been talking about, and it didn't go over well. So let me go back just a hair, because Candy's saying I try, and I picked up on that too, Todd. I heard it. She said unless. Ay, not unless. Okay, let's listen.
I have a strong
Because-
personality.
No.
period.
No. If your man has proven to you and you trust in him, it's not trying. It's like you are the head of household. You lead us. I might have some questions or concerns if it's not, because all the times you're not gonna make the best decision, men or women.
Are you blocking us?
No, y'all all in it, but it was away
Why
from.
you just don't get a stand?
Well, I don't have one. You're in it. Everybody's in it. Everybody's in
We
it.
go get a stand, child.
See, she wants to lead all the time. I just told.
Ooh, now Kandi, why does it fucking Did y'all see this? Y'all see this? Kandi is passive aggressive to me too, V. She is. They both are. That's why they both out here on this damn internet telling us they damn business. Okay? Okay? They out here right here telling us they damn business. Did y'all hit the like button though? Did y'all do that? Okay. But yes, no 54. That's exactly what's going on here. Lady 747 said he's passive aggressive, looking to the internet for support. Bitch made nigga. Well, okay, that's what. Yeah, I agree. That's some bullshit. I don't like it. But look at what she doing the same. She is doing what he said. She is doing what he said, y'all. Oh yeah. Texas Choice said he better get that finger out of her. Girl, shut up. Girl, stop it. Okay? Jesus. You better get that damn finger. I am not married to this nigga. Okay? I ain't married him. He ain't the head of shit over here. Okay? He better take that shit down. Figure out what the hell's going on around here. Then got beside himself. He's trying to run all kinds of shit that he ain't got nothing to do with. Hold on. Hey, Bell Tower is my home. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm conflicted. I want to be led, but these ninjas now only lead people straight to hell. I get it, but that's why you got to be careful about who you partner with. That's why you partner with somebody who can lead. And don't partner with no trash, because you ain't gonna lead me to nothing no more. Okay, you ain't gonna lead me to no damn ditch. I can drive my ass into a ditch by my damn self. I don't need no help with that. Okay, if you can't help, if you ain't worthy of leading, get the hell on away from me. Okay, I don't want to lead. I don't want to. So I can't be with you unless you're worthy to be the leader. Golly. But thank you, Bell Tower is my home. Oh, wow, look. It's Bell Tower is my home. Thank you so much again for the super chat. Can I go against popular opinion and say, yes, he may take care of my kids, but I want to still come home and see them. He can be the nanny. Look, what's stopping the... Look, she doesn't, let's be clear. Her going to work and ending the day and coming home, that's not the type of job she's working most of the time. This woman is on tour. If she's filming, she may be on set 12 hours easy in a day. So she may be gone out of town just to film and be gone for weeks at a time. So I think he would be okay with you coming home and seeing your kids. If you're going to be home for a minute, if you're going to be home, I bet Todd would be just fine with that shit. In fact, it would give him a break. It would give him a break. So I don't think that that's a problem. You can go to work. If you're Kandi Burruss and you go to work and come back home, that might be in a couple of days. You see what I'm saying? They don't have a traditional household. Hence, she makes millions and he didn't. Hence, he was at home more than she was. Hence, her career has her gone for hours upon days upon weeks at times. So that's a whole different type of scenario. In fact, she was going to film, I think it was The Shine. She was going to be gone for like 6 weeks or some shit one time. They had that on here. Nobody was happy about her having to go like that. Nobody. Not him, not Riley. They didn't know. They didn't like it. But they had to, swallow their pride and just deal with it and let Kandi be Kandi. Why? Because she was paying it for everything. It sounded like these people didn't just want her to be just paying for shit. They really wanted to spend time with her. So now we saw that too, y'all. Now we got to be fair about this now. Okay, but thank you, Bell Tower is my home. Thank you. Love you. Okay. So you know what I'm saying? You just got to consider all of that. Okay. All right, let's listen.
I just told her she's in it.
Right.
He has the right angle to show everybody.
Because it's
Now everybody in the room, including us at this point, see what the fuck is going on here. Now this girl was getting her makeup and her hair done, and this is his live. Hello? This his live. This ain't even hers. This his YouTube channel. This ain't even hers. And she worried about how he holding the camera on his live. And she doesn't understand that we can see all 4 of these people. This is what I'm talking about right here. Okay? This would be enough to get on my damn nerves too, Todd. This already bothering me. I ain't gonna lie. This bothering me right here. Look, let me tell y'all something. This is... Now here, let me explain something. By saying someone is the head of household does not mean to me, it does not mean that they get to make every last damn decision and it's got to be their way, period. I don't believe that. Don't get it fucked up. All right. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Kandi just has to go along with whatever. Not everything. Okay. But also, she has to allow him to take the control over certain things at the bare minimum. Even if she was the man and he was the woman. Look, when I was married, my husband was very controlling. That's what caused us to break up. Okay? Because you just doing too much. You want to control everything down to where the paper towel holder was going to sit in the kitchen. We had child almost thought I was going to go to jail behind the paper towel holder. I felt like, based upon the way the sink was set up, based upon, where you wash your hands and whatnot, I wanted the paper towel holder on the right. This nigga wanted it on the left. So I said, it does not need to go on the left. It's going on the right. I'm the one who does most of the cooking. I am the woman of this house. Let me put shit in the kitchen the way I want it in the mother-sucking kitchen. Do you know that every time I turned around, this nigga was going to prove to me that it was going to be the way he wanted? We damn near got a divorce off that shit right there. Right there. It was, look, it's in my mind. This shit was 20-something years ago, but it's still in my damn mind. I remember this shit. It got to the point I wanted to take that damn paper towel holder and beat the shit out of him with it. It got on my nerves. It was like, you just gonna prove to me that you gonna do what the fuck you want to do, and it don't matter what I feel. See, now that's a whole nother conversation. Everybody should be able to talk about what's going on and give input, and it should be a partnership in the decision making. But at the same time, you got to let the woman feel like the woman of the house, and the man needs to feel like the man of the house. And everybody may see it a little different, but that's why you have these conversations on the front end and not during or after. You see? Woosah, I digress. Okay? I digress. A lady said, y'all was both foolish. It got to the point where I was like, fuck this shit. Ooh, I wanted to beat the shit out of him. Now, I ain't playing. That shit's still in my damn head. Okay? Wait. A lady said, it wasn't about paper towels. Sounds like a control. Hello, didn't I say that? That's exactly what I told this nigga. You want to control every fucking thing. And I couldn't even control the paper towel holder. You see what I'm saying? You already going to control most of the money. You're going to already control the budget. All right? Those things you going to control. But motherfucker, I'm going to control this motherfucking kitchen. Now now we ain't doing that. We not doing that shit. I'm going to control this damn kitchen. Shit. Ooh, see, you done took me back down. See what you done did, a lady? You see what you did? You see how you done brought me back? You see what you had done? You done took me all the way back in the time capsule. I done lost my damn mind again. Okay? I was pissed. You understand? It was all, and that's what I told him. This ain't got shit. You are just so fucking controlling that you want to prove to me it's going to be your way or the highway. And his friends would tell him that. His business associates would tell him that. His mama would tell him that. His sister, I would tell him that. The previous girlfriends would tell him that. See, I was in it before I figured this shit out. You see what I'm saying? Now, I knew it before we got married. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I knew. I got a good old taste of it right then and there. Sure did. But I still married this nigga. And that is the problem. That was the damn problem. It ain't never about the shit at hand. It's always a deeper issue. You know what I'm saying? Major's wife said, my husband tries to put tacky decor in my living room. I tell him that's ugly and it will not go here. I'm in control of the kitchen and home to. Thank you. Where's Nesto when you need him? Thank you. That's what exactly. And honestly, Home decor was another one. Christmas decorations was a nigga. What the fuck is you trying? Nigga, mind your business. Let me do this shit. Woo! Honey, it was a lot. Bell Towers, my home said, V, just calm down. What does it say? And something. What'd you say, Shao? What's the last part? Just calm down. I'm going to take your first part of your sentence. Okay, I'm going to calm down. Okay. Child. She, a lady that out here got me all worked up about this nigga. Okay. From 3 decades ago. Anyway, okay, let's listen to Todd and Kandi.
It's not about her. It's Todd, which is him right in the front, and the Glam squad. And yes, Kandi, you're over there. And that's her problem. See, my beautiful women out there, please do not try to let your man lead if you know he's a leader.
The thing about it is, even if you've had a positive, leading experience in a relationship, you're not Jesus at the end of the day. So I'm not just gonna follow nobody. I don't care if it's a man or a woman.
It's not about that. It's not about that. The key is try. The thing is, so for everybody, I'm gonna try to let you be a woman.
That's fine.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that. I'm gonna try to let you be a woman. I'm gonna try to let you be a mother to my children. No, you're a mother to my children. Do what you do.
I mean,
that's
true,
kind of
though.
like the same thing.
I know, but some women are not good parents to their kids, though. So
Right, but once I know, the key thing I said is that the guy has proven you trust in him, and she still said try.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna try to let her be the mother of my children. That's the mother of my children.
Came to Kandi and said,
One second. Let's be very clear here. Kandi is supposed to be getting her makeup done right now. Her hairstylist is sitting having a conversation, waiting on the makeup artist, I guess, to finish what she's doing, right? So here they are, but excuse me, but Kandi, excuse me, Lord Jesus. I'm sorry. But Kandi has walked off and she is still some damn where looking for a tripod for Todd to put his damn phone on. At his live. Where the fuck is Kandi? Why ain't she still sitting over here getting her makeup done? You're gonna have to make this make sense. Too much.
oh, and Kandi will say no, and then he comes to you and you'll say yes. I mean, that's just normal nature.
No. You're missing the point of what I just
said. I get what you're saying, but there are some times where, like, for instance, when I had my first daughter, I felt like her dad was overstepping with things sometimes. Like, I think she should have this. I'm like, well, I'm the mom. And I think that it's time for her to do this. Like, it's time for her to...
How can a dad overstep if he's the dad?
Because there are mom roles and there are
just a dad.
That's completely different.
See, you just said they're mom roles.
There are.
And
there are certain things that mothers can do that dads cannot.
Well, why is that?
Because it's just the way that it is. We are nurturers. We birth them.
I'm very nurturing to my daughter and my son.
That.
Hug them, kiss them every day, love them to death.
I believe that. But there are certain phases in your daughter's life
I think it's different anyway. That's a baby daddy. He's a husband and a dad.
A husband and father.
Yeah.
All right, so he done let the damn video drop, so we got to.
Nobody even. You just could have kept the conversation going because you wanted to break. No, let's be real. What happened?
Yep.
Let's be real about what happened. You overstepped your boundaries and went and listened when I said you're in frame. You went got a stand. That when I tried to put it on the stand, I made a mistake and hit the record button trying to put it on a stand that you wanted to bring.
Okay, but see, you looking at it the wrong way.
No, I'm looking at it.
It was looking out for my man because I was just trying to make it to where you didn't have to hold your arm
No,
up for
I was
an hour.
fine.
I was making my man more comfortable while also making sure we got a steady shot.
But what did you?
But that's not what you said or did, Kandi. Now let's be clear. That's not really how that went. This his live. He knows that y'all have a tripod. Y'all millionaires. Hell, you a millionaire. Okay, he may not be one. I think he is at this point. But whatever. Let's say you're the millionaire, Kandi. He lives in y'all's house. He knows you got a tripod. Okay? And if and you're worried about the tripod when this really should be you worrying about getting your makeup done. I mean, this is a little bit much right here. The woman he chose said, let's not act like gender roles don't exist. Now they do. They do. But let's also consider the fact that there are men out here raising daughters every day. Huh? There are men who have been forced to raise daughters and they figure it out. Just like there are women out here who have been forced to raise sons and they had to figure it out. But but they're getting off track because it's not about, you know what I mean? Or and I'm not coming at you, the woman he chose. There are gender roles in the house, right? I want to run the kitchen. Yes, women typically do it, that sort of thing. But more so than anything, I wasn't working. So, nigga, let me run the kitchen. Let me run the house. I mean, well, you know what I'm saying? Like that I feel like it really shouldn't be about necessarily the gender as much as it should be who's better at doing the thing, right? And unfortunately, we don't have enough of these conversations before we get married than once we're in the relationship. And if we had had some of these conversations and people were completely sincere and transparent about how they felt about what they wanted and what they didn't want, instead of maybe not saying anything because you don't want to make waves, or you don't want to break up, or you don't want to call off the wedding, or you want to save yourself from embarrassment. There's nothing more embarrassing than foolishly going out of your way to get married because you want a wedding, more importantly than picking the right man or woman to be married and partnered with. And you find that shit out on the other side, or you knew it on this side, but still did nothing about it. And then you want to complain on the opposite side. And and I hold both of them responsible for this, Mr. Man. You should have been leading that conversation before y'all got married. You should have been leading the conversation about the prenup, but that's another thing. We'll get into that, I'm sure, at some point. But a lot of this shit, if y'all gonna sit and have a conversation about a prenup and what's in the prenup and all of that, you should have some of these conversations too. About who's going to do what in the house. Do we want kids? If we have kids, who's going to take care of the kids? What's that going to look like? You going to be okay with that? Am I going to be okay with that? That's what should have been happening. But no, that shit didn't happen. You see you see this? This man should have led that conversation. And this woman should have been listening at that time. And feels that she should be the leader. Hell, I'm not going to turn my nose up at that. If she wants to be the leader of her household, she should be able to be the leader of her household. So she should marry a man who's okay with her being the leader. Huh? Something wrong with your volume? Huh? What volume you talking about, girl? Huh? Hey, Compton Ebony. I wonder if he will be granted temporary physical custody when he has to move. I bet. Look, I don't know why she wouldn't let him, to be quite honest. See, because here's the thing. If she's gone most of the time, why would you want to disrupt the kid's life by having the nannies or him always coming to your home? Why can't he just get a comfortable home and Testing, testing. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hold on. Testing, testing. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Okay, good, good, good. Sorry, you guys. I don't know what's going on. I'm so sorry. I don't know what was going on. I was saying some good shit. Jeesh. I forgot what I said by now. Oh, I said some good shit. All right, let's just watch then, damn it. Oh my God. 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 Okay. All right. Let's get back to it. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know what the hell. That was crazy. I went in like I came back in here and left out 2 other times. And at one point it gave the appearance that my voice was actually. Anyway, I apologize, everyone. Thank you for your patience. All right. If you don't mind, please hit that like button for me. I appreciate it.
Your man said. Your man said we good.
Right, but
When your man say you good, when your man say you good, you good. When he says you're good, we're good now.
And know when he's wrong.
No.
Assist him into being right. Assist him into being right.
When your man,
that's just like you tell me, oh, I'm not hungry, I don't want nothing, but I order you something anyway because I know you really be hungry when that food get there. You still want something.
Well, that's fair, and that's what you're supposed to do as my wife. You knew that picture was gonna be steady, and it was steady. But anyway, let's move on.
Okay, so anyway, let me say my point of view.
What's your point of view?
Okay, so basically, I know a lot of people don't think that I'm traditional, but I am kind of lightweight traditional. And what I mean by that is, like, I wouldn't have married you if I didn't think that you would be able to maintain our household, Lord forbid, if my finances got fucked up. Right. Okay? So what I mean by that is, yes, I always knew going into, we came into a relationship, I already had the house. I mean, but going into how we handle things, I feel like you have to pay all the household bills.
All right.
And so a lot of people don't understand that because they look at, oh, well, Kandi, you make all this money. Why should he have to pay all the household bills? With me, I just feel like he is our husband, my husband.
Our husband.
No, my husband.
Me and her.
He is, no. I mean, my husband, my children's father, he is our head of the household. So he needs to be able to handle this household. Because, I mean, I've been in the entertainment business, so, and y'all too. Y'all, our money can be great at some point, and sometimes it may not be so great. So I need to know that whoever I'm with, if my shit ain't right, we ain't all falling bad.
So that's a good question. So should men look at it the same way? Like, you know what?
No, because you are the man.
No, but if something happens to me, I don't need to make sure that the partner that I've picked can take care of my house without me. What if I have a downtime? What if my money goes dry? Do I need a partner that can also,
really
hold it down?
I do know some men that feel like, they want a man. I do know some men who want a woman who can still have their back just in case. Like, you know what I mean? Like, say for instance, you know how like a lot of the dudes that be in the streets, they still want to send their wife to college and get her degree and all that because he want to know that if he get locked up or whatever, she's still gonna be able to take care of their kids.
Here we go.
He just want money to funnel from, act like she a lawyer, ain't she really ain't.
Well, either way, no.
All right, can we get away from the hood shit? Let's just talk about real.
Right. Because I'm like that's not a good example for me, Kandi. Who is that in here said if you make more money, you smarter? Who said that? Somebody has said that shit. Okay. Somebody in here has said. I ain't trying to be funny, but somebody did say if you make more, then that makes you smarter than the person who made less. But do you hear the analogy she wants to throw out here? Look, Kandi, I respect you, girl. I do, but I'm gonna call a thing, baby. I don't know shit about what drug dealers do with their girlfriends because I ain't never been one with one. No. And that that example that don't work for me. Okay, we need something else. I need another example, ma'am. You're gonna have to do something else. Bell Tower is my home said, despite my feelings or my non-husbands, I need those feelings to be in a room of two people only, or two of those people going to have a miserable night. I know that's right. I know that's right. Cause it been three over there in that household, allegedly. That's what they saying. That's what the streets have said. And hell, they done told us that on some level. They ain't tell me they didn't tell us that people was out here living with them, but that's the rumor. But yeah, she done kept people in that bedroom, been more than two people in there. That's all I know. Okay. That's all I know. Thank you so much for the super chat. Bell Tower is my home. Mwah. Thank you. All right, let's get back into it.
Well, I'm just using an example because I'm just saying I do know some guys who they make great money, but they still want their wife to be able to maintain things if there becomes a rainy day. Okay?
So you agree that that's okay for a man to choose his mate as well that way, to know that she got my back just in case.
I feel like men choose based off of different reasons for how women choose. A lot of women choose based off of security. And I feel like just because like a lot of women nowadays, we are, like I said, making more money than a lot of men. Just because, financially a lot of us are secure, it doesn't mean that we don't necessarily want our man to be able to, catch the slack if indeed that day comes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Whereas guys, I think guys, they don't necessarily, think about the woman having to catch the slack. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of guys choose based off of their insecurities.
They choose what?
Hold on, we'll come back to that. The woman show said, girl. Bell Towers, my home said, but Kandi has been a girlfriend of a dealer. So she's speaking of what she know. But she may have been a girlfriend of a dealer, but now she's a millionaire wife. Okay. So if you out here making millions, running in the circles of the best in Hollywood and the best in the music industry, and you got executive friends, you got lawyers and doctors that are your friends. You mean to tell me the only example this lady can come up with is a drug dealer and his girlfriend? That's why I don't think she's smarter than Todd. I'm just saying. Shit like that. Okay? Oh, okay, let's listen.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys choose women who are dependent on them because it feeds the ego.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Yep. And a lot of guys can't handle.
Yep.
Because you said what?
Let me say this. That was the problem with my husband. I'm just saying it. I'm just gonna put it out there. Shit's my business to tell. I love him. We still family. Okay, we're gonna always be family. I told you. Hell, I just talked to him 2 days ago. Saw him a month ago. Okay, he stayed over here. All right. We's a family. We always gonna be family. Love him to death. But the truth is the truth. This nigga, I feel, was insecure, and therefore he needed a woman that he felt that he could mold. I was young. He's 7 years older than me. I was in, my mid to late 20s. I didn't have my degree at the time. I didn't have a great job at the time. I don't even think I was making $30,000 a year at that point. This was in the mid 90s. I was making just under $30,000 a year. So I didn't have a lot of money. And again, I didn't have a degree. Not at that time. And I think that's one of I ain't trying to be funny, but I do feel like that's part of the reason why he wanted to be with me, because he felt like he could control me. But have you met me? I'm just saying, have you met me? Okay. And don't get it twisted. I really did want to trust him to lead, but I started to see this wasn't just about leading in the biblical fashion. No, this was somebody with controlling issues. And therefore, I think because he was quite educated and he was very successful, that he wanted a certain somebody that he felt wasn't going to intimidate him. That's my thought. Now, that's not to say he didn't encourage me to go back to school, which he did, or that he didn't. He has always been instrumental in some of the major decisions of my life. Before I have moved anywhere, before I've taken like major jobs that were going to like for instance, when I went to go work on cruise ships, all those different things, I would always call him. Like I'll call him right now if I felt like, I mean, I just had a conversation with him the other day, but I often talk to him, run ideas past him. And it's not that I don't think he wants me to be successful, because I know that he does. I know that he does. But if I just know him also to well enough to know that I think he still wants to be the most successful. I think, of anybody he's going to be with. And I'm not mad at that either. Honestly, I mean, that may be his, insecurity. And if he doesn't feel like it's a big deal, I feel like it's one thing, he may see it as another. The truth is, I think people should have the type of relationship that they want. And if you want to be in control of everything, there are some women out here that are totally okay with it. And then there are people like me. You see what I'm saying? Where I'm going to let you lead most things, but some things you're going to need to know your place in as well. And I think that these are conversations you have to have on the front end. And did I have them all on the front end? No. That's why I'm saying you better have them. You're going to end up fucking divorced like me. You see, if you had these, but see, I was young, and I'm not trying to make that an excuse, but sometimes you're just young and stupid and you don't pay attention to everything you're supposed to pay attention to, or you think you're going to be able to change somebody. And I did think he'll change. I thought that. And I think he thought I would. In fact, I know he thought that. He thought I'll change in the marriage. I thought his ass would change in the marriage. Okay. And the truth is, you better marry the person you with, not the potential who you think they could be. Huh? Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. You have better stop marrying people, dating people based on potential. No, marry them for who they are. Marry them for who they are, because there's no guarantee that they will ever achieve the potential you see in them. So you had better love what you got, okay? And hope for the best. But if you over here hoping that he's going to be something that he's not already, baby, you already made a mistake. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, let's listen.
All around. And I think part of it too is because a lot of people even said it to me, how could you deal with, your wife making more money than you? I'm like, that shit doesn't bother. I'm not insecure about her making money, because at the end of the day, I know what I contribute. You know what I mean? I know what I bring to the table. So I'm not worried about, because the thing with when motherfuckers got money, people misunderstand that shit. Like, it ain't like there's just 100 million in the closet and you just go grab a $100,000 stack and hit the streets. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like people that got money don't even spend money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, I don't know. So for me, it was like more so I knew what I brought to the table, and I felt like I can lead my household. I know I make great decisions, and that was my confidence. Where a lot of people were like, yo, I couldn't deal with that shit. Fuck that.
There used to be a saying that women worry about the future until they get married, and men don't worry about the future until after they get married. Meaning, women worry about, finances in the future, but when they get their mate, they feel like, oh, okay, I can relax now. Never. But men, they be living their best life, kind of like kicking it, hard. But once they get the family, then they got to stress about, oh shit, I got to make sure my family got all this, and that, and so then they start getting the stress. So what do y'all think of that?
I'm not that. I've always been concerned about my future.
Oh my
And
God,
when I got
y'all.
married, that
Why
did
this
not
my
happen.
ex-husband, y'all?
I think it depends on your upbringing.
Yeah, no, I've never been married.
This is funny. Hello. Can I call you back? I'm live. I'll call you back. Bye. All right. See? Ain't that I done spoke this nigga up. Okay, anyway.
But I mean, even if you do get married in your relationship, what would you feel? Would you like someone?
I think it's the same thing. It depends on who you marry. Like if it depends on who you marry.
If he balling or not?
I mean, it's not even just balling. Like if he has, motivation.
Hold on. He said he's still trying to control you. Hilarious. Okay. All right. He listening, but no, he ain't, child. He ain't, child. Nobody. When I tell y'all, nobody in my real life is listening to me. None of these people are watching my damn channel. My best friends, my relatives, my child. Nobody is watching me but y'all. Okay? Not nobody. All right? It's a mess. It's a mess. They don't give a damn about me or this damn show of mine. Okay? Jesus. Okay. Anyway, let's listen.
If he has inspiration, if he has dedication, like it ain't about the money to me. I grew up with money, so that don't mean nothing. It's about the inside for me.
Mm-hmm.
Boo, the inside, boo.
It is. Because like you just said, a lot of people with money don't want to give it.
Yeah.
So
I never lied about that.
Most cats with money is not spending like that. You know what I mean? Like what? Wasn't it somebody?
Leave that hood shit out. Leave the hood shit out.
Even Jada Waiters think of it.
Yeah, but
Because you said the ball players don't spend as much.
Yeah, the ball, and I agree with her.
Yeah, but
when she said that,
she said rappers.
yeah, no, I agree with her though.
You do?
Yeah, that is true. What she said.
But all that street shit is short lived. Like we done been around all of that, and how many of them niggas ever make it to where you're gonna continue to get that shit? You might get it for a nice little turn, but then once the shit goes sour, them couple little trinkets and shit, you ain't really, you know what I mean? Like you looked cute for a block of time. So with all of that, it's like most people they not just showering you. You know what I mean?
And let me say this. One of the things Kandi said on the show, remember when her mother was really like trying to act like Todd was a bad catch and she could do better and she needs to find somebody with the same amount of money that she has. Kandi told her mother, I have dated those guys. Those guys don't want me. She said those guys don't want her. Those guys want people they can control. All right. Well, I think that on some level, Kandi kind of wanted the same thing. Kandi, I believe, may have wanted someone that she might be able to control. She wanted to feel like the prize, and she didn't feel like the prize with other men who made as much or more than she did. Now, that's the way I heard it. So, it is what it is.
They're gonna shower with you with some liquor and some champagne for the night, and we gonna have fun, but yeah, you gonna have a good time. But they not trying to give you all of that shit. And some niggas is repoing. They taking the shit back after.
That's true.
Like you might get the purses and all of that shit, but once we break up, I want my shit back. You know what I'm saying? So,
I can't find it.
But let's transition into another conversation. Yeah. Give me a good one, Kandi. What are we gonna talk about? What y'all want to talk about?
You said what are we gonna talk about?
Yeah.
So you want to change the topic?
Yeah.
In the middle of the topic?
No, we were kind of like fading out.
Wow.
Y'all was still in it?
I mean, either way, so what was your final decision? Do you allow the man be the lead of the household or not?
So basically, she gonna run his live too, huh? He said change the subject. He trying to include her on the decision making of the subject, but she said she ain't done talking about what we was talking about, and we know that this is your live, it ain't mine. And since I went and got this tripod because I'm in control of all this shit, and including this live in my damn house that I had before you came, we gonna stay on this topic for just a moment more. Kandi, if you don't take the leads or sit down and take his lead, child, for one thing, at least during this live while we looking, girl, we's looking.
Or no?
I say we both lead it.
Yeah, we're partners. We
Yep.
can do it together.
See, the thing is, we're partners when you have more money, but when we have more money,
Who said that?
You want to be a boss.
no, y'all not partners.
When you have more money?
When the guy has more money, we're not partners.
Yeah, because you don't want to be a partner with us, but when we have more money, we're a partner with you.
No, because generally y'all can't contribute.
Wait, what?
Generally, when the man, generally when the
I'm confused now, Todd. Now you confused. See, you was good. You was ahead in this game. What did we talk? What? Hold on. Let's let him try to clear this up. What now, Todd?
man has more money, right?
Mm-hmm. He dates someone that don't have no money.
Right. So you really don't. You really have no information on a lot of things that's happening. You can't really catch a bill. You can look cute, you know what I mean? But but that's all.
Steve
But that's
already said his wife helped him level up. Cause he was looking kind of. You remember his suits when his whole vibe when she changed his whole vibe.
I don't believe that women can upgrade men. 1,000%.
You said what? You don't think what?
I believe women can upgrade men
For sure.
for the better.
I think they both can upgrade each other. I think a man can upgrade you. I think you can upgrade a man. And I don't even have to have more money than the man to upgrade him. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me right there?
You don't think so?
I don't know. Yeah, she told him. Well, she told him to slim his suits down, but we all saw that. Like, and,
no,
you
but
know,
I mean, it's she made it happen though. Like he started getting different type of work.
The
during
thing
that process.
The thing is this: you can never belittle your mates, their push or whatever is happening behind closed doors. Because like you see it, like you see people like Steve Harvey who's transitioned into a mega star, and you know, shit. When you got a great mate, that type of shit happens. You know what I mean? You know, I know he probably don't think he did it just by himself if she was there with him.
And let's be clear. She damn sure didn't have Steve Harvey money when they got together. And so that's a very good example. If you ask me, Marjorie, shout out to Marjorie Harvey, who's married to Steve Harvey, who has a radio show that comes on every morning called the Steve Harvey Morning Show. And he has a co-host named Shirley Strawberry. And Shirley Strawberry has an ex-husband named Nesto. And Nesto is somebody we examine and we study on a regular basis while we roast and gag his ass. Okay? I'm just saying. But back to Marjorie. I do think that she upgraded Steve on many levels, and Steve will tell you, and so will the world who got eyes. Okay? Jesus. Yes, Compton, Ebony, every damn thing leads right back on over to Nesto. They over there talking about, what's that man's name, y'all? That Cecil over there. Every time somebody bring up Cecil, everybody says, you know what? He remind me of Nesto. He talk like Nesto. He in the same jail as Nesto. It all comes back. He from Augusta like Nesto. Everything come back to Nesto. When I'm over there doing stories on Jen and Christian Gold is baby Nesto. That's what y'all be saying. Everything lead back to Nesto. A mess. Anyway. Black doll baby. Everything come back to that damn raggedy ass Nesto. Okay? But anyway. Let's listen.
That's what he says. And so I'm just
I
using
don't
his
even
own
know. I'm
words.
just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying more than likely, you know, I could see that happening. But,
Yeah, no, I just feel like if you do have a strong mate, like for instance, even in our situation, when people constantly be bringing up how much money I make in comparing our finances or whatever, I be like, yes, you know, I was making things happen before we got in our relationship, but it ain't been nothing like the support of my husband and the things that I want to do. I feel it helped take it to another level.
right.
So I feel like just as well as
Wait a minute. Are y'all gonna use these videos in court? Todd, did you, I look, Todd, I ain't trying to get in y'all's business, Kandi. Sis, you know, I am a woman's woman. Okay, I'm all about Black power, but I'm also about Black women. All right, and I know what we bring to the table. I know our contribution to society and to our households and to the lives of our children. Like, you know, we birthed this world, okay? So we have all the power, right? We have power. We don't always utilize it, but we have it. Sometimes we don't recognize it, but we have it. But again, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And Kandi just said that the level of support this man is giving her does not compare to what she had before she got in this marriage, and that because of this partnership with this here man, she's been able to achieve more. I'm just saying. That's what I heard. Did y'all hear it? Because I heard it. I did. Okay, let's listen.
as you know, when you meet somebody, they can take you down,
Right.
and they can take you up. So if you have a strong mate, it's a great thing.
Right.
I feel.
Yeah. Look at what I did for her.
We seen some women.
Ooh, for real, look at what you did for her. Like, I got a lot of business.
She don't really like
I
to say
did a
it.
lot for you too.
She said, but she don't like to say it. You know,
I always say you know.
I'm just talking shit, but go ahead and tell the people. Go ahead. Let them know.
This was a scheme that Ty has set up to come to us with the bullshit. Huh? Todd, you done came over here, and schemed. I see your scheme, Todd. Is that what these videos is about? Was you planning your escape, sir? That's what the people are saying out here in these streets. I ain't saying it, Todd. These people are saying this shit, okay? I ain't got nothing to do with it. But okay, let's listen.
Whatever. He got ear. You know, he a Leo, y'all. He a Leo.
Hey, I dumb my shit down a lot. Like I don't really roar like I would normally roar as a Leo.
Lord.
I become I think what I've understood.
They don't hear you roaring. I hear you.
No.
Okay.
I think the thing I've understood is that everybody has a role. You know what I mean? And sometimes.
So what's your role?
Sometimes I'll explain it. And sometimes your ego can make you fuck the bigger picture up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So even with me, I went to do my movies. At first I was like, nah, fuck that. That's my movie. I did everything. So I wanted to be Todd. But the bigger side of it is the people don't really want Todd. They want Kandi. No, that's the truth, right? No?
Are we talking about like credits right now?
As far as notoriety.
No, I'm just showing you the bigger picture when it comes to Kandi
It's
and
true.
Todd.
Y'all both.
Yeah, that is true. Like right now, and he knows that shit. He ain't over there in the kitchen talking to himself. He ain't in the kitchen just talking to us. The reason why these videos are up and the views that they do have is because Kandi is a part of them. If you are to see his videos without Kandi, you're going to see a difference. You're going to see a difference. So, yes, sir, you are correct. We are over here watching this shit because of Kandi. And if Kandi wasn't in this motherfucking video right now, I wouldn't be watching it. I'm just saying. I'm being honest. Okay.
Bring two different sides of the plates together, but it makes
Right,
the whole
but
plate.
the people, the fans, they want Kandi. So if I ever get in my feelings and be like, no, it's about me too, because I'm doing,
First of all, you definitely made it about you.
No,
when the
you
credits come on, you got 2 movie companies come off the top.
To what?
To move.
Created by Todd Tucker.
Well, yeah.
No. Todd Tucker.
It says,
No.
I thought it said.
No, shouldn't he though? Shouldn't he? I'm confused. Did he create it? Did he produce? I mean, I'm just asking. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what movie we're talking about specifically, but okay. Well, let me stay out of it.
No.
Candy and
The name of
No,
the
we got-
movie became, because when you think bigger picture, the people are coming for Kandi, right? So
It ain't just that. We also both put in for this movie.
don't no, time out.
Yeah.
So you're an executive producer because you put in, but it don't have to be created by, it don't have to be Kandi and Todd's the past.
It don't say created by Kandi.
Time out, listen.
You
Created
created
by
it.
Todd.
You just funded it.
I didn't say anything.
So-
he created
so-
it, so he got created. I'm saying he got
Come on.
2 production companies.
You see what it is? But you showing exactly,
Shut up and listen,
you
girl.
showing exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh shit! What am I showing?
The bigger picture for me is that, okay, yes, I do want to be known for the shit that I do, but
Okay.
everything that I do really comes off as the shit that she does most of the time.
They will always
So
think she
they
did.
always is Candy's thing.
That's true. That is true. As soon as you come out with something, we gonna believe the reason why. Now, this is what I will say. I think exact what he's saying is definitely true. That whatever he does, people assume that Kandi funded it, or that Kandi is somehow a part of the process, or Kandi made a call and made the shit happen for him. Okay, and in some cases that may be true. That may be true because Kandi is the draw. People ain't running over here because Todd is over here doing the channel. They're running over here because Todd is married to Kandi, and we might get a glimpse of her too. And that's just the fact of the matter. And I also see how if he did create something, it is important to put his stuff on the forefront and make sure people understand that he brings talent, he brings skill, he brings creativity too, so that he has more opportunities to duplicate and continue on and be successful as well, and maybe even eventually become as successful or more than Kandi. Then what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen then? That would be the real question, because everyone can't handle that. But I do believe that Candy's not helping the situation right now, because it sounds to me like she feels the way that he has these production companies up here, and I don't know, I don't understand why she's making that point. If he did create it, he created it. I mean, honestly, I guess I'm confused.
Okay, so I was like, you know what, see, that's the reality of it. So don't fight it. You're gonna have to embrace it to continue to grow this thing.
True.
So even, yeah, I may have put the things that I did in the credits, which is what I really did, but I was willing to change the title to Kandi and Todd's the Past, because I know they're looking for Kandi.
Mm-hmm.
So when they pull up Kandi, what are they gonna see? The movie.
So am I being used? That's what you said?
No, you're using me. You're using it. It's a partnership.
Yeah, because now you have a
You're
movie that
using
you
me.
didn't even do nothing for.
You know what? I told y'all I had one of my godparents. I told you I had a gazillion of them. But this uncle, honestly, in particular, he was my favorite uncle. That was my Uncle Super. He was the one who would cuss all the time, be cussing and arguing with me, and I'm like 2, and be using all the words, okay, all of them, and I loved every minute of it. It was our love language, okay. But nevertheless, Uncle Super would say all the time, "What good is a friend if you can't use them?" I said, my God, today. My God, today. Now, people can take that however they like, right? But what he meant for it was, or meant by it, was that, you should be able to call on a friend if you need help. Your friend should be there. You should be a friend to your friends who need help as well. If I got something going on, and it's something that's important to me, and I really need to get the word out. I would like to think that my friends would help promote it with me. If my friends have something going on that they've got, that they need promoted, if I can promote it, I'm going to do that too. I should, especially if I have a platform, right? It may not be the biggest platform. I have 7,500 subscribers. Some chats are bigger than others at times, but I might be opening up someone else's audience to, to people that they've never had access to before, right? So if I have a platform and they're promoting a business or an event, or there's something where I can be of assistance, hey, shouldn't I help my friend, especially a friend who's been a help to me? Right? So if that's the role of friends, okay? Wait, what you say? Black Doll Baby said, if you can't be used, you're useless. That part. Okay? I want to be an asset. And I would like to think my friends are assets. I believe that we all bring value. That's what I mean by an asset. So if we all bring value to one another, shouldn't we support one another? If I feel like that about my friends, how the hell you think I'm supposed to feel about my mate? You are successful in this business, and I've got aspirations. I have talent. That I'm putting in the work, and I'm trying to create. If you have access to millions of people and I only have access to 100,000 people, doesn't it make sense that my partner would want to help me with it? Especially if me as a partner, I may not have the money to fund something you've got going on, but I can execute it. I can manage it. I can do the hiring for it. Everybody can't do those things. Everyone can't do those things. So if I'm able to hear your dream, hear your plan, and then turn around and execute it for you, then am I not a benefit to you? So I think this is a mess. I think that's how we should see it. CJ said, isn't that what we are seeing happening with the Orange Menace in the White House? In what way? What you mean? How they're using him? What you mean? To get an agenda across before this mother sucker croaks in 3 to 5 months? That's the new prediction. We're getting closer and closer, you guys. You keep praying, okay? You keep praying. But what you mean, CJ? Tell me what you mean. I'm going to play this a little further and I'll come back to your answer.
What are you talking about?
You acted in it?
Both finance and I'm in the movie.
Yeah, but you didn't create it. Like what he's trying to say is like,
right, but
you just funded it. Money is easy, but you didn't put your mind, your time, your effort into it.
Well,
you
true, a lot of
actor.
A lot of these big movie companies, they pay writers to create a script?
He is just sitting down.
But he he did it though.
One more time. Yes, he did it. But I'm saying
it's still a business.
Way 50 Cent and who is his partner in
it's still
and Courtney. She's the creator. Yeah, but he is more so the face of the whole franchise.
Exactly, and you're the face of this franchise. So I'm showing that
What I'm saying is, stop saying like I don't deserve to get what I get.
I didn't say that.
I
didn't say that. But
I'm just getting it just cooked.
Kandi, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. Kandi's coming off a little insecure here. This live, to be quite honest, it's very telling of her personality, actually. Which also explains why he comes out here to get some reinforcement. I think that shit is some punk ass shit to do. I don't suggest you do this. I don't suggest you come out here because this is what they're doing. They're airing out their bullshit. If you ask me, they came out here to have this fight with us so we can jump in. All right. Mainly Todd, not her. But it's very telling here. Kandi wouldn't let this nigga hold his own camera. Now she explaining how he didn't do shit without her. He's giving her all the credit. Now she suddenly is hearing him say she don't deserve nothing. Who said that? Who said? Ain't that Kandi's line? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Did she say that or Portia said it? Who said that? Didn't nobody say that, Kandi?
No.
Don't do that.
Did I even say that?
Nobody said that, Kandi. Nobody nowhere said that you didn't deserve any credit. In fact, he is giving you homage by saying he knows that people ain't coming to see him. He knows that for the most part, they coming to see you. He realizes that. And his ego was once in the way where he didn't want anybody to think anybody was doing anything. He didn't want any help because he wanted to do it himself. But the bigger picture is he has an asset in you. And you, as his support, you want him to be successful, right? So I'm sure that's why you got involved in the project, right? Isn't that what we're kind of saying here? I don't think she's hearing it that way. But I think she's taking it like, I don't know where she gets this idea that he doesn't think that she's deserving of anything. That's odd to me that she went there, but okay.
I never even said that.
Okay, because I don't know. It was sounding kind of like you just handed me something just to be handed me.
I didn't even say that.
You paid for it, girl. You got it.
She said that.
You paid for it. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying we both
Listen,
paid for it.
Listen, hear the message.
She's trying to be messy.
She can't hear the message.
You can't hear the message. Listen and be submissive sometimes. Or listen.
You gotta hear the message.
We bust down the
No,
Ooh. Your friend said, calm the fuck down. Jesus. Girl, you are doing a lot, Kandi. You really are doing a lot, baby. That was Portia's line, the woman you chose. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Okay. Kandi, who said that? My God, First Lady said he may have said it plenty of times. The woman you chose said, does Kandi have a comprehension problem? I don't know, child. I don't know. But let's listen some more.
Oh, you gotta hear the message.
Go ahead. Message.
At the end
Message.
See, you see what I'm saying? When a man is trying to express, it's become jokey and cut him off. You got to hear what I'm saying. I could have did the movie without you, right? Because I did write, create, and did it all. I had enough. Come on, let me speak. I had enough money. I could have shot the movie. It would have been a little tight for me, but I could have shot the movie myself. But the bigger picture in the brand, right, is that it's Kandi and Todd. They like to see Kandi and Todd work together. And if I ever, and maybe it may happen one day, but I think if I would have stepped out and said, you know what, it's about me. I did the movie. I'm not even putting her in it and got somebody else. It's not going to be as big as it would be with our brand.
That's right.
And with her as the lead of the brand.
That's right.
So at the end of the day.
And that is the bigger picture. He has to do what's going to be best, right? That is what's best. And he recognizes what she brings to the table. I don't understand. Hey, Fedora. Fedora said, no, she has a listening problem. Obviously, Kandi. Jeez, Louise. First Lady said, he's always been arrogant to me. Okay. But honestly, I've not seen him be arrogant. I've seen the women in this family put him in a position where he felt the need to express and prove who the hell he is. And if you're constantly in a position where you have to ring your own bell, if you will, okay? You have to blow your own horn all the damn time. It might come across as, oh, he's arrogant or he's conceited or, this, that, or the other. The truth is these women, Kandi included, I'm looking at it right here. I didn't really want to put this on Kandi, but Kandi is contributing to this. Her mama, her aunts, even her daughter at times. Everybody had a problem with Todd. Everybody had a problem with Todd, and Todd wasn't good enough for Kandi. Remember that? That's how this whole relationship started. He wasn't good enough. And the only reason she said he wasn't good enough was because he didn't make the amount of money Kandi made. And as far as she was concerned, he was an opportunist. And I think that's unfair. And to be quite honest with you, I want to know who in here ain't an opportunist. And if you aren't one, why? Because shouldn't you level up in every relationship you in? Shouldn't you know that you're worthy of the best? And I don't know, for some people, they think that having more money makes you the best. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. I've met some shitty ass motherfuckers, especially some niggas I have dated or they tried to date me. They were millionaires and they were assholes. Complete and total fucking assholes. And I knew I was too good for them. And I ain't have a pot to piss in. So it didn't have shit to do with how much money was in their damn account. And the fact that that's what her mother led her to believe, that she had because she had more money in her account, she was going to somehow be better than another individual who comes with education and experience and his own talents and skills. I think that was a mess. I think that's a mess. Would you say, CJ said, I always felt that Todd was too good for Kandi. Oh, Jesus. Well, and I'm not going to say that either. To be quite honest, I didn't think that he was too good for her, and I don't think she's too good for him. I saw them as being a very good partnership, honestly. He could balance her out in ways that other men might not be able to. You can tell Kandi may be experienced, may have traveled the world, may be talented, may have a lot of access to a lot of people, but Kandi has a little, she's a little rough around the edges. And Todd, I believe, has been able to move in circles that without Kandi's money, he could still maneuver and navigate through. Whereas Kandi, if she didn't have the money, might not be able to maneuver and navigate in those same circles. You see what I'm saying? Like, look at a lot of these people out here in the business. A lot of them are ghetto as fuck. I would be embarrassed as hell to have them sit at a table with some of my friends who don't have as much money. But intellectually, they wouldn't match up. So I think we have to really look at the big picture. Okay, let's listen.
Your ego, I could have been on my ego shit and did it by myself, and it may would have still did well, because I still had Drew in it and the controversy of the show to promote it. But the bigger brand is what?
Kandi Todd.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Together. Partners.
Together.
Yeah.
Partners in
But that's
crime.
where sometimes the ego thing, where people are like, nah, fuck that, I did it. You know, it ain't her thing, it's mine. Where it could fuck it up. And if you don't play your position, and that's in all situations.
So
that's
all your movies gonna include Kandi?
That's my wife, and she wants to do movies, so why not?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I can let the ego and the bullshit succumb to me to where I'm like, nah, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Where at times I may feel that way, because it's just a human nature thing, right? Where you're like, nah, it's about me too. But then you're like, you know what? Is that really even necessary? Because I think that's how a lot of businesses crumble, because somebody gets in their feelings about what they're not, what energy or what accolades they're not getting. Where if they would have just played their role, the shit would have continued to blow up.
This is true.
Well, people,
So that's it.
I don't want y'all to minimize my part as
Oh
she
my
just
God.
put some money.
Kandi. Kandi. See, I think Candy's very insecure. I, I said it. Candy, you're coming across a little insecure, sis. Oh Lord, how we get here? How this come back to Candy? Got to prove herself. I thought Candy was. I thought she was the big baller, boss lady, and she in charge of everything. We established that already. We established this. Wow, right, Mai Tai. Mai Tai said her example of a relationship was a drug dealer. Pretty much. Oh, wait. A lady said she's talking to Bell Tower. Yeah, I was being very generous. I heard she was on Broadway. I haven't seen nothing she's done. Now I saw her. I remember early on when I believe when she first started acting, and it was like not great. And then I heard she was on The Shy. I think I saw her do a couple of scenes on The Shy, and that was okay. I haven't seen anything else she's done, but I'm sure she's gotten better as time went on. Wow. Yeah. Candy, chill out, girl. You don't have nothing to prove, Candy. Girl. Okay.
See,
I need to be very clear.
Why you have to look back here?
No,
girl?
let me-
When it came to
let
help
me-
bring
let-
the
let-
people
let-
in,
let-
a lot of the
let me-
actors and all those
let me
people.
let me explain some of that to you. You want me to
Those are
explain?
people that
We
were,
know
you know,
you did
finagle those situations. When it comes to selling the movie and talking to the,
Oh my
the,
God! You
the
see how
distributor,
Wow, Candy, he gets it. He's saying that you are a benefit because of all you've accomplished, because of the rooms you're in, because of the talent you have. He recognizes that his shit will be more successful, including you in it. He knows that your access is what gives him a leg up on many others. He's admitting that, Candy, and you are going out of your way to prove to us what now? People already assume you're doing these things, but you got to come and do what now? Girl. Okay.
they're making it different.
you know what?
Come
When you-
on now, your
let me
girl,
teach-
your girl comes
Candy,
through.
Candy.
Your girl does her parts.
that's the
Let's not. Don't make me look like I'm just sitting here
Candy.
twiddling my thumbs.
Candy.
No, you are doing
Candy,
other stuff, girl.
Stop trying to defend
And why you
yourself.
looking back at me?
Yes, I ain't like that.
You know how many times people say I'm broken, I ain't got shit? I don't defend, I don't fight them on that. Like, you know what you did.
Why you looking back at me?
Is she over the back? Oh, we know you paid for, girl. It's more than that.
What I meant is like it's kind of like this is just my opinion from the outside. This ain't got nothing to do with Todd, nothing to do with you. This is my opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to do the shows for Escape, right? You're the one on stage singing, but he still come and he supports you, but he's there for you. He make you feel better when he's there, right? So it's like y'all are just a partner. Like I don't know. It's just like I don't know. That's just how I feel.
So you're saying she should just came to the movie, said shut up and just support me?
I just feel like y'all are just support like each item y'all support in different ways. You might support creatively, right. She might support financially in this one, or she might go to work and you support financially or give your time or whatever.
Right.
I just think that's what a relationship is for. Like I feel like y'all are great.
Now, let me say this, and I know y'all gonna say, oh my Lord, this is the worst example, but I want to kind of, yes, this couple became very toxic. Okay, maybe they were toxic from the beginning. Okay, it could have been that way. But I just want to use them. Let's take the toxicity out of the relationship, okay? Just please, when I say their names, please ignore all you know about the bullshit that was going on in their relationship. But I want to kind of give it some level of an example because I think about this. Don't, y'all. I'm going to block everybody who give me a hard time, okay? I'm just teasing. Listen, Whitney and Bobby, okay? Whitney Houston was a huge star. Now, and let's be clear. So was Bobby. There was nobody bigger in the 80s. Nobody was bigger than Bobby Brown than Michael Jackson. Like, Bobby Brown was that dude. Bobby was killing the game. All right. He was killing it with his music, his concerts, and his videos. He was that dude. When he got with Whitney was at the height of her can't even talk. At the height of her career. She was one of the biggest stars in the world, okay? The biggest singer there was, really, as far as like a female vocalist in that way. Huge, okay? But when they got together, Bobby wasn't broke, all right? Let's be clear. Bobby wasn't broke. He had millions. She had more. She did not want him on tour. She wanted him up under her. When she went on tour and she didn't really want to be on tour, she wanted Bobby there with her, and so he was. Now, he was doing some other shit too, but that is not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the fact that this woman, even though she was the biggest star in the world outside of like Michael Jackson, she wanted her man. She wanted her man, and it didn't matter that she made more. It didn't matter. She just wanted him there. She's on stage 2 hours, maybe 3 hours a night. The rest of the time, she wants her man there. She wants her man, when she's about to go on stage. She wants her man backstage while she is doing the show. She wanted that level of emotional support that he offered her. And you know what ended up happening because of that? He practically ruined his career. Do you realize that man did not perform for years? Mainly because Whitney didn't want him to. Now again, I don't want to ever suggest that they are the model couple to look up to. I think they had a lot of shit going on. But at the end of the day, because she was the bigger star and because she had the most money, she still expected her man to be her man. And she just wanted a certain level of support. I think when Todd offers that to Kandi, she is benefiting too. Because honestly, a man who maybe had as much money as her may not have been as catering to her. Bobby was in that case, but Bobby is a rarity. That's not typically going to happen. And I don't even like when people say, well, Bobby didn't want to work. He wanted to live off of Whitney. That don't make no damn sense. Bobby had been working since he was a child. A child. This boy wasn't lazy. And then he was the biggest entertainer too at the time. Like, make it make sense. So sometimes people need what they need, and everybody is not going to fulfill your needs. And what you think is necessary to fulfill them may not be what you think it is. It may not be money. Money may not be a factor at all. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all been in love with a broke ass nigga? Okay, broke as fuck. Can't pay for shit. But he offered something else. And I ain't talking about that thing either. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But okay.
But my whole example was...
All right, let's listen.
Just showing how if you play a certain role... Because a lot of people couldn't play, like... with a lot of guys are like, yo, I couldn't do what you do. Because they have to be the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What did
I'm playing the supporting.
What did I just say? Child, I promise to God I ain't seen this. I have not seen this, okay? Why this man say what I just said? Okay, let's listen.
It's about Kandi. Like, once the team feels like they're bigger than the brand, then that's where it's going to fuck up. That's what I always say. I'm like, yo, if we all play our role,
right,
and Kandi is the light that everybody loves, then you support that.
I mean,
and that's what keeps it growing.
What I'm saying though, like she brings like the social side to it, you bring the creative side to it. And then she's acting because she's an actor, so she brings the actress side to it. Like it's still 50-50.
Wait a minute. A whole lot of Mocha said, don't ask me to put a... She said, don't ask me to put one in the chat if I was in love with RHOA. Girl, shut up. She said, I ain't in this. Okay, girl. I'm just saying, okay. You, not you. Okay, not you, boo. Oh my God, that cracked me up, child. Mai Tai said, Bobby loved the spotlight. He did, and guess what he did to be with Whitney? He stepped out of it. See, that's what I'm saying. See, a person who really loved the spotlight like that, now I do think he likes attention and that sort of thing, but he also sacrificed his career to be there for his wife. Now, if he had just been sacrificing all that cooch he was out there getting into, now that'd be something different. That would be the right thing, okay? If he was sacrificing some of them rugs he was over there sniffing and smoking and all that, yeah, that would be another thing. But he did sacrifice the spotlight because he could have been on tour. He turned down tours. That happened. And he did it for Whitney. Now I think some of that created some of the toxicity in the relationship. Now it came toxic. Don't get me wrong, because Bobby out here having babies with exes while he's with her and and they engaged and all that. That's some bullshit. All his cheating, that's some bullshit. No doubt about it. But at the end of the day, they got together and they both were huge entertainers at the time. And one of them sacrificed their career because the other one wanted them on the road with them. And that happened. So, okay.
Well, there y'all got it, man. What y'all think?
About balancing
Mm-hmm.
it all out.
And Kandi did help. She definitely helped. She invested half the money. Let me run your shit down. Because she go.
Make sure you get it all because she gonna let you know you did
Right.
something.
She gonna tell you something later on, probably on social media after this come out or in the comments. So she definitely gave half the money. She was in it. She was an executive producer. She definitely helped out with some of the talent. And
She bought her Glam score
and the key part too, though. The key part too. So you figure it's gonna end up on like Kandi's already on.
You ain't supposed to tell nobody yet till we sign it out of money. Are you gonna go into? When you putting this up?
I'm putting it up today. It don't matter. It's going somewhere, but you know her relationships to speak to some of these people. You know, she definitely opened that up. So it's definitely a partnership. But like I said, it's just, can people understand their roles and be within their roles without letting their ego affect the bigger picture? And that's it.
What you gotta say, Miss Burruss, Tucker?
Nothing.
But do you
Said her piece, so she
have you ever been in a situation where you had to play a role for the bigger picture, and it may not be what you wanted?
And one of my earlier relationships, that we wrote and produced a lot of hits together.
You just played your role.
Yeah, he was like, he took the lead on everything.
Did you take most of the credit too?
When he would tell it. But I mean, he would definitely say like.
Oh, so that's kind of like Kandi, yeah. Let her tell it. Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Now we understand. Let her tell it.
Let me say
Oh, damn.
Well,
Jody leading a little
I
bit.
did most of the writing, and obviously he handled most of the music or whatever. But you know, when it was time to talk to the heads of the labels and different stuff and negotiate deals, I just didn't feel like
He
it
was just
always was a
represented.
we thing then. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
when the big money came for the big label deal, it was no longer we all of a sudden.
Gotcha.
I'm like, hold on now. So yeah, I think that honestly that changed a lot of my views going forward. That's why I was like, oh hell.
Uh-oh. Sorry, you guys, it's buffering.
That's why you like that, huh?
What about you, Tay?
What?
Have you ever had to
Yeah.
kind
I
of
did
play
my
your
job.
role?
Mhm.
Uh-oh. Thought the buff. Let's see. Lady said, I've left relationships because they tried to take me from me and they stated something similar to me, like that girl in the background said about being submissive. I mean, there's a time and a place for submission, you know? There's a time and a place for it. You know, and you want to let's be very clear. You want to partner with someone you know that is worthy of your submission. Okay, is worthy of you feeling safe enough to be submissive. And if you don't feel like you can be submissive to that person, maybe you shouldn't be with that person, because there are also times when a man needs to be submissive to his wife, and that's just my thought as well. Okay, this is a good conversation for another day, for sure, for sure. First lady said, hold on, said, I play one every time I go to work. Play a role. I know that's right. Southside Chi-Town said, does he have a tattoo on his neck? I can't really tell, but it does look like he's breaking out down here. I was noticing that earlier. That does look like here in the front area. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. Hold on. If you look right there on his neckline, it looks like I don't know if you guys, I don't think you can see my mouse, but it looks like he's got some, I don't know. It's not good down there. It's not good down there. Okay. We're almost done.
I couldn't have left.
But what about even like in a business situation? But for the bigger picture, like, you know, sometimes it's like there's a bigger picture. You know what I mean? Like if I just kind of, you know, nurture the situation and make sense.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. It just depends on what it's costing you. You know what I mean? For me, it was costing me too much.
Gotcha.
So I had to
Gotcha.
exit stage left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exit stage.
Oh, and you left the situation too where. Oh, okay. I'm just trying to see it. Maybe
What about
how long do I stay in this type of situation? What about you, Jody?
What you talking about?
I'm never.
Both of y'all left the situations that you guys were playing a role in.
Meaning? What do you mean? Well, no, because I was.
You feel like you wasn't getting your just due.
No, I felt like
felt the same
I
way. You wasn't.
created a monster in the situation. I felt like it went from being a person who was chill, humble, to the ego got out of control, and the like I said, it wasn't and I hope your ass don't get to be that way.
I was
about to ask you that. I was about to ask you that. Do you think?
I'm always
I was
chill.
waiting for her to say that.
I'm always chill. Like I'm always pretty steady. In
You are.
How I am.
I am too.
I'm steady Taurus. You are a Leo.
Yeah.
We're the most loyal person ever.
Well, I'll be, you know, I'm just saying
never-
overall. I mean, I'm not, and this is not more so about a sign thing, but you know, just in general, you know, you just hope that as we continue to build, well, we built a lot of stuff.
We built a
together
lot,
already.
like.
But you know, as we continue to go more in the genre of other areas of which I think these were more your dreams. We're going more into the areas of your dreams.
But I'm gonna tell you what the difference is too. We do it together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
So as I see you growing, we kind of grow together. So you can kind of check me if you see it. But I'm not tripping on a whole lot of shit. Like I done did a lot of shit, so it ain't like, oh my God, I can do this now.
Mhm.
So
So when people start moving Kandi out the way to take pictures with you, like, no, just Todd.
well, that would be for her.
That wouldn't be the issue.
But see, that's not. You know
It
what?
just
But
would
see,
be like all of a sudden, like if all of a sudden, oh yeah, we don't need to do this together no more. Blah blah blah. Like,
That's why I asked.
Then it's
But-
like, well,
but
you
see,
was cool with doing it together. When you like,
but see, that's the double-edged
now it's a
sword.
double-edged sword.
Because when we started out, I had to leave to go work on a show, and that wasn't good for our relationship. So
And let's be clear. I think he had to lead because, okay, so when he met Kandi, he worked behind the scenes. He was a part of the production team. I think he handled the finance side of business where production was concerned, right? And when they got together and started dating, because she was such a prominent figure, she was one of the stars of the show. He had to decide, are you going to be in this relationship or are you going to keep this job? Because if you're in this relationship and her life is the show, that makes you now a cast member on the show. And if you're a cast member on this particular show, you cannot be behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. So he gave up his job to try to figure out something. Now he's got to do, because now he's without the actual income. He can be without the woman and keep the job, or he can be with the woman and take a chance that he's going to be okay and he'll have an opportunity to do that type of work and more. And he chose to be in a relationship, but it did become a problem because now you got this mother, his mother-in-law, acting like, see, she's a come up for you. I think we should be a come up for each other. Like, this is who this woman says she want to be with. She chose him. Okay. She also knew how much he made. She continued to date him. She claimed that money didn't matter, but now we're hearing how it sounds like she be flexing a little bit. I think Kandi's probably very generous, though. I believe she's very generous. And I think that she has supported Todd. So I ain't going to even trip off of that. But I also think that she comes back and she flexes every now and then. Like today, this has been a mess. This 38 minutes has been a mess. But okay, we're down to about 2-3 more minutes.
when I got back, that's how the restaurant kind of really came about, because it was more so about me trying to figure out a way to stay home instead of traveling. Remember? But in the next breath,
Wait, what?
remember when we first got married, I had to leave to go do the shows.
Child, it almost ruined this. Yes.
Right.
We had our issues in our first year.
Because it was hard for her to be away from me, and then I'm not from LA. I went to high school in LA, so I got friends. So I was having
you wanted to hang
barbecues.
out and
I was having
party
barbecues at the crib, and she's like, "Who are them girls?"
Barbecues at the crib.
She's like, "Who?" When I say crib, it wasn't.
No, he was out in LA. We was here. Your ass wouldn't have been with that shit either.
Nah, I wouldn't have.
And
It wasn't like a
my
house.
husband drinks and parties, okay?
I had
And
like
I don't need you doing all that, and you ain't come and you not gonna be home all week or whatever.
No, I was gone for months.
Yeah, you was coming home.
Yeah, I was coming home, and you was coming to visit me every once in a while.
Yeah.
But the thing was this, though. I made that transition to try to stay in Atlanta, so we ended up doing the restaurants, and that was very, that did very
Why
well.
you made that transition? You finished that show and then you came back home.
No, but
What?
I was making a conscious effort to figure out how to stay in Atlanta.
Oh,
Like I wasn't trying to take work that took me out of Atlanta.
got
So I was focusing more that way. But even with that, then now you leaving. So then it became, well, you going, and I done made myself, or concentrated more so on being here.
I'm sorry. I feel like we're going off topic, and I feel like this video about to be long as hell. So
Oh, it
gonna
is.
end this video right
Yeah,
now.
let's.
Wow. Again. Sis is running his shit. You're saying this video's gonna be long. Now you worried about the topic and how it's getting switched up. Girl, if you don't relax, child.
in this one because she don't like about to hit her with these points.
Right.
But it's cool.
That's
No,
not
I
about
got you. It ain't even
point. I'm just saying, save this topic for another day.
We'll save that for another day. But that's gonna be the end of Todd and the Glam Squad. So basically, some people should be. You gotta learn your roles, man, and all this shit. And that's being real.
You gotta compromise.
You gotta compromise, and it's okay to be a role player, whether it's the man, the female, whatever. It's okay to be the role player. And don't let your ego fuck everything up. You know what I mean? It's okay to have an ego. It's okay to puff your chest out, but don't let the ego kill a great situation or opportunity.
That part.
That's right.
What you gotta say, Jody? Say some slick shit before we go.
I ain't got nothing to say.
You done fell asleep?
Nope.
Jody got something to say. Wrap it up, Jody. Come
I ain't
on.
got nothing to say.
Andy, man.
Basically, be 50-50 in their relationship. And if you the man and you the woman, that's fine. If he the man and he the woman, that's fine too.
And he the woman.
If you,
I'm just saying.
if you,
Like, I'm just saying, if he's the man but he's the woman, that's fine. If you the man and if you the woman and you the man, that's fine too.
and if that is a situation where you're basically the one where maybe the person that you're with makes more or vice versa, then pick up some slack in other areas so it can all balance out. That's the whole point.
Right. That's it.
That's it.
Y'all good?
What she gonna say?
Y'all good?
Last video went viral.
What video?
With the last
See you
one,
later.
A lot of people watched it.
We out.
See you.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, child. Bye. Because y'all doing too much. Y'all are doing too much over here. Okay? That was unnecessary. Okay? All of this is too much. Bell Tower is my home. Thank you so much for the super chat. V, when I divorce my future ex-husband, please don't come to the courthouse. Actually, I don't want to talk to you until it's all over and done with. Look, I don't know these people. I ain't on neither one of their sides because I ain't in a marriage, and I know shit can be all kinds of ways to the folks on the outside, but only you know what's going on the inside. But we're gonna keep looking. Oh, we're gonna keep being over here and peeping and sneaking and peeking. Okay. But Bell Towers, my home. Thank you so much for the super chat. Well, y'all, that's all I got today. But trust me, I will be back. There are many, many of these videos. I've created a studio for a reason, honey. We are going to stay all up in their business. Oh, yes, we are. Okay. So again, thank you all for coming today. I will see you guys in about an hour, as tonight is Tribe Tuesday over there at Native Tribe Urban Media. Yes. I will be over there. I'll be over there at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time. I will be over there, child. And I hope you'll join me as well. And we will be back on this shit over here. I want to thank all my moderators, everybody who contributed on today. And if you didn't hit the like button on the way in, please hit it on the way out. And if you're not subscribed, you better subscribe, okay? And know this, I love you to pieces. And ain't nothing, not a damn thing you can do about it. Mwah. Smooches.